were just here, it would have various tree snags in it. And I believe someone told me that the Boy Scouts actually built these two little platforms here.
Brian Scott Barron did it.
Eagle Scout.
Yeah.
And there are two of them, and you'll notice they have a little, see the board coming down on the side? That's so turtles can crawl up there. Turtles, really, the aquatic turtles, the large scooters and sliders, they need to be able to crawl up out of the water and sit in the sun. And so they act as perches. You'll occasionally might see an alligator up there. Anhingas are probably the most common thing you'll see up there, just as we're seeing here.
This is a frog.
This water is very dark. What makes it dark? You should know that, I'm sure.
Little brown frog.
Because look at all these
I
leaves.
can't see it with
That's a
my
rusty bolt.
glasses.
So
It's a
large
rusty
amounts
bolt.
of tannins get in there.
It's never going to rib it.
What
All right.
exists that would cause a pond of this size not to have natural, what's that word, platforms, you know, natural places for turtles and...
Well, I believe this is a man-made pond.
Okay.
And so it's, you know, if everybody just went away and left it alone, it would get those things eventually.
Okay.
Trees would
So
fall,
there's
would float out there and
human
everything.
intervention.
Yeah, well, this whole thing was dug out and closed up. It's also interesting is that, I can't quite tell.
Growing out of the middle,
Yeah, is that,
looks like primrose.
is that primrose willow growing up on that platform?
What's
And primrose willow is another invasive. Oh, by the way, I want to just ask you a question. Yeah, probably a bird. We've talked so much about invasive species. What do you think is the most successful of all the invasive species? Man. And we have altered the habitat far more than all the other invasives have together. I mean, I know that air potato order changes things a lot. Brazilian pepper, all these others. But man is the most successful invasive species on Earth, and we have altered the environment more than all the others, probably more than all the others together. So,
Where did man come from if we invaded Earth?
none of these things invaded Earth. They all came from somewhere else to where they are on Earth. And according to all the anthropological evidence, man came from somewhere between Africa and Southwest Asia, South Central Asia, or Africa, and he has spread out across the Earth. The most successful invasive.
Probably wouldn't be invasive exotic species from...
Most invasive species got there because of man, by far. In fact, they did a study for the last several years, and you can take tourism boat. They do tourism to Antarctica now, and they took someone was really screening tourists who came to Antarctica extremely carefully, and in the last 3 years they have found over, I think it was 22,000 different species of seeds that they were bringing to Antarctica. So far, only one is successfully growing there. However, Antarctica only has 2 vascular plants that grow there, so by bringing in that one, now 1/3 of their plants are invasive in terms of numbers of species. Because Antarctica is not exactly a place that welcomes vascular plants.
I've been fortunate enough to be on a couple of trips to Antarctica. My wife's in the travel business, and I mean they go to great lengths. You wash your boots, you wash everything before, during, and after, and you know you can't help but get all that.
And one of these days, these tours that take you down into caves are probably going to require you to do that same sort of thing. We have contaminated caves so much. There was one cave that was being explored in Mexico, and it was almost impossible to get access to it. When they go down, they lay down big plastic tarps. They have to take off all their clothing. They have to bathe with things they carry with them. And once then they have to become very sterile, go into the cave, and they're in there for hours, but they don't even urinate, because urination will add nutrients to the water, and that water's so nutrient poor, it will just cause the organisms to grow quickly and alter the ecosystem aspect of it.
You can wash your boots, but your packs, your jackets, I mean even in Antarctica where there's pick up stuff, you bring it with you. It's very difficult to control it, but they do it superhuman
So of all those
effort,
thousands of
but they get
seeds,
it.
only one species has actually been growing
It's
there.
pretty harsh environment.
It is, but if one will grow there, there's probably another one
There's
there.
a right.
And if another one gets in, then you'll go from 2 vascular plants to 4.
Yeah.
And half of them will be invasives.
That's